presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have.
It's a beautiful day. And I'm in. Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Replace fear with love. The human mind is like a fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. When you're impeccable with your word, your mind is no longer a fertile ground for the words that come from fear. Your mind is only fertile for the words that come from love. Fear will kill you, folks. Fear is a great control aspect. Get rid of it. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. Dow Industrials down 254, Nasdaq up 31, S&P's down 17, gold contract down $8, trading $19.68 an ounce. Silver down 94 cents, $23.37 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1.16, $40.11 a barrel. Notes and bonds, they're on the move, folks. This note and bond market's telling me that these numbers that are going to be coming out after the close out here are not going to be great. We're going to have the big NDX equities out here, and the real bottom line is it's like, okay, how these notes and bonds reaching new highs from the last 3 months, which they're doing today. 10-year note, up 8 ticks, trading 140 flat. 30-year up a full point, plus 1 tick at 182.10, and King Dollar. King Dollar down 460 ticks, trading 92.993. The euro is at 118. The yen is at 104.85, and the British pounds at 130 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we've had quite a market out here today, folks, meaning this market has come back dramatically from where we were. S&Ps were down over $50, 50 points rather, at 31.95. Right now you're at 32.34. And bottom line, where'd you get to? Well, this is pretty wild. We got to ICE from last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. This is the second time we've been up there, and this is the second time that the bottom line is that you have someone selling into it right at that area, right at the area, folks, about approximately 42, 43. That's where that seller is lining up. So we'll see how this is going to shake out coming into the close, because the last bar, this sell bar right now, which we're going to start another one, was a big bar. There's no two ways about that. 83,000 contracts on the way down inside this S&P. NDX 100. We go take a look at the NDX. What do you have with the NDX? And this is going to be the news after the close out here. No two ways about that. NDX out here, well, bottom line, they just smacked this too, didn't they? Well, right now you get it up 13 points. I believe when I started, this thing was up just 40 points. Yeah, and then they can move that around pretty quick. Okay, yeah, it was. So you have 20 points now. Bottom line is that the NDX did overtake the highs that were generated out here this morning and yesterday. 10,723. Right now you're sitting at that 10,695. You talk about a comeback. The NDX, folks, okay, was 200 points lower. Yeah, approximately 195 points lower. So that is quite a comeback. If we take a look at the strength inside the NDX 100 out here, Qualcomm is the mover in an extraordinary way. That's up 14.5% or $13. You get Cognizant Technology up 6.5%, $4.30. O'Reilly Automotive up 5.5%. And that is a hard deal to do, folks, when you get a $479 stock. You're up $24, but it's doing in spades. And then you get PayPal up 4%. Taken away from it, you get Kraft Heinz is down 3.6. You get ADP, that's jobs data, down 3.3. And what we did have out here when we got the GDP this morning, folks, is that that jobs data is still coming in bad, man. Bottom line is that you had another 900,000 filing for unemployment. That's a big number after we're talking about 3 months later. You get Cerner Corporation down 3%, and you get Texas Instruments off 2.4%. Gold contract out here. What do we have with gold? Bottom line, gold contract got to a low today of 1952. You're at 1968 right now. This is just refusing to back down at all. So what I expect we're going to see out here, and we're going to come into a Friday weekend. You go over to the dollar. The dollar cannot hold price. And what you're going to see here, I'll bring up the other currencies. This is getting like a little nice steam engine, folks. The lower that you go, the more steam that it's getting. And this has been there's no doubt, this has been on a downtrend. It has been down every day since in July. And we're coming to the end of July tomorrow. This baby started on June 30th on the way down. June 30th, we're at 97,802. You're at 93. My take is what we're going to 88. And what I expect we're going to see here, it's been going down fractionally, like 200 ticks, 250 ticks, 400 ticks per day. You are going to see a 1,000-point down day. That's how this shakes up. And it's going to have to do with the market, the bonds, and now let's get over and we take a look at the pound and the euro, because both pound, euro, and yen, this is going topside, and it's been downtown for a long period of time. In the pound's case and the euro's case, that is accelerating to higher price. The pound just broke its downtrend going all the way from 143. So right now you're at 130. We take a look at the euro out here. That is trading at 118. I believe 132 is the number on this baby. Yeah, it is. 132. Yeah. No, 125. 125 next. And then 139. 139 is game right now, actually. Let me look at this. This is... If you're going to Europe, folks, cash in your deal. Yeah, this is going to 139, man. It broke a downtrend with conviction. That downtrend we're talking about, folks, is going from May of 2014. And then if we go over to the yen, we take a look at the yen. The yen's running out here at 105. That baby 104.87. That baby's going after 101. 101. It had broke. On Monday here, we broke the consolidation going all the way back to March 20th. So you're talking about some big numbers. What I expect we're going to have out here, we're going to have all the big dogs come out after the close. You're going to see some real nice action out here. Dow Industrials down 236, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's down 15. We'll come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metal sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow down 234. Nasdaq is up 48. S&Ps are up 4. S&Ps are down 14. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Jason Path, as we do each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 20 past the hour. Jason, what's going on, brother?
Tom, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm calling in live today from the surface of the sun, man. It is hot. It is summer.
I like that. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, we got hockey coming back this weekend, man. We got hockey.
That's a fact. That's going to be awesome. And then hopefully it's going to work out better than baseball, because the bottom line is that this baseball is getting hammered. I just saw that the Phillies just had to close again. Someone just closed this about an hour ago. Yeah.
Yeah, which actually to me portends poorly for football, because baseball is doing the non-bubble thing. Football clearly going to have to do that as well. Basketball seemingly holding it together. Hockey holding it together with the bubble approach. As a fan, I kind of like the bubble deal too, because if you look at the hockey schedule this weekend, it's kind of like the NCAA tournament. You've got one game right after another, same arena. It'll be a lot of fun to watch.
That will be, man. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to be running games one right after another on NBC, so it should be a lot of fun. But to your point, the baseball thing, as excited as I was for the Washington Nationals title defense this year, it's getting away from them pretty quickly.
I know.
This is going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Hey, so I know I got a chart up here. Let's do this first. Let's do the chart, then we'll talk about all these numbers coming out this afternoon. So the monthly change in the ETF holdings. Talk to me about this chart. Look at this chart, man.
Yeah. So I mean, gold has clearly been a story, and no one is better than you, Tom. So I'm not reinventing the wheel here, but I was just looking at continued consumer demand. We can all look at the charts, see gold is continues to be an elevator ride to the top going one way. The consumer demand, though, it really has returned to its roots as a source of safety during times of uncertainty. I don't see that ending anytime soon. I mean, I'm looking for some weakness in the gold trade, and I just don't see it. Consumers want it. Clearly, institutionals are offloading risk, buying up gold. Every corner of the market's continuing to look to move into gold, and all I see on the horizon is continued volatility, geopolitical risk, and risk here at home. So I think gold continues to expand higher, short, medium, and long term. I cannot form a bearish case for gold at all. Like, there's no evidence right now that tells me gold has any potential to slow down. Clearly anything can happen, but I just have no basis to say here's the other side of that trade where it could go wrong.
No, listen, man. I mean, the thing, and it's amazing. What happens, folks, this is important to understand. When the gold market, the bull started in 2000, 2002, 2001, there was not an ETF inside of the gold market,
right.
folks. You have to wrap your head around that. And now, of course, 2005, I think the ETF came in, and it's so wild because if it's easy to buy it, folks, then every time that you buy an ETF, the ETF has to buy the gold. So it's one of those deals that, the chicken or the egg. So now let's talk about, we got lots of numbers coming out this afternoon, man. I mean, when we talk about, like, we just went from the gold market, and I think, technically it's set up fundamentally, it says to me that, hey, listen, the dollar is going down. They're going to keep printing money. It would make sense that it's going up. Now we're going into like a fantasy land. I know the tech stocks have done great, but what happens, folks, whether we're talking Google, and Facebook, you're talking advertising, right? So talk to me about these tech stocks. What do you think out there?
The data I have on the advertising front, you nailed it, teeing that up, is very poor. Facebook relies on more Main Street businesses than we realize, but also the big brands pulled back too. As we look back to the previous quarter, the advertising revenue is not going to be good. Like, we have enough data to know that's just going to be challenged. Facebook and Google really don't have too many other ways to monetize. I think those earnings are definitely going to disappoint. And the key is I think they disappoint a little more than folks expected. I think the tech thing, the expectations have just gotten away from us. I think Apple and Amazon will be about on the number as expected.
Yes.
Google and Facebook will be lower. Now, let's be clear. The Apple story isn't great, but I think it's known. It's out there. Folks understand it. I think there's a long-term case that supports Apple. The China thing clearly needs to be worked out. Amazon's Amazon. They're going to have some misses in some units. Cloud. I continue to talk about cloud. As much fun as we have looking at this shift in e-com through the pandemic, their AWS business is a rocket ship to the moon revenue-wise.
Right.
Very, very incredible margins. So Amazon's going to do okay. Apple, we already kind of know the issues under the hood. I think Google and especially Facebook really disappointed the downside, and I think tomorrow could be a pretty memorable day. We're seeing some expansion of the VIX. I'm getting questions that I haven't gotten in a long time about folks about the VIX, longer term out, expecting more volatility in the future months. Not to complicate matters here, but clearly the president's comments this morning about potentially moving the election are not going to be received favorably by the market. The GDP numbers were atrocious. I continue to point to the unemployment, Tom, and I know we were talking tech stocks, but it rotates back to employment. This cannot improve until unemployment improves.
Right.
Unemployment is not improving. The virus is getting worse. Unemployment is getting worse. There's only one direction this can go economically.
And we're it's July 30th today. We're talking about March 7th to July 30th. These last couple of weeks, like today, it was at 990,000 new unemployment claims. I'm trying to figure out, folks, like, where are they coming from? Are they, have they just not filed yet, or did they go back and then they have filed again? That's a monster number, man.
That's right. So top line, 65 million people, as we sit today in this country, 65 million people who are not retired did not receive a paycheck who wanted to receive a paycheck last week. That's census data. Census does these pulse surveys where they're constantly rolling through. 65 million people that are not retired, not receiving a paycheck. Now, some of those some of those don't show up in unemployment, right? Unemployment is not the full story. Those might have been folks. You've got a lot of self-employed folks who don't qualify for unemployment because maybe they weren't paying in. You've got the gig folks and the problems tracking those folks. So the story's worse than just, we get so used to looking at the claims. That's only part of the story.
Right.
And when you look at a number like 65 million, it's just, and it's not improving. The virus is not improving.
Right.
And, by the way,
it doesn't look like the Republicans and Democrats are going to be able to get anything together. I mean, when they came back, they said, okay, by tomorrow, but that ain't going to happen.
Well, and again, not to get, you got the president introducing the possibility of moving the election, which it doesn't help the conversation.
Right.
I do not think you're going to get anything done in D.C. For the next couple of months. I think what's propped things up for the last few months has been the political class and the Fed and folks. And, you look at it as low as yields are and rates are, the Fed's, tools are dwindling. We're not going to get any additional stimulus out of Washington. People are continuing to get sick and continuing to lose their jobs. And I think you have outside expectations on tech, which brings us back to today. And
yeah, we're going to find out what kind of fantasy land we're in here, man.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I'm really curious. I can't wait to see what happens to these bonds. These bonds look like they want to go topside, and the Fed's been able to hold them sideways now since March 7th.
I appreciate you calling it out. I mean, we're down to lows of on the yields till March.
I know.
We're back where we were when this first started, and those were really, really all-time lows.
I know.
We're going to break through that. All is falling apart. We're just getting started.
Unreal. Well, listen, man, you have a great week, safe week. We look forward to speaking to you next week. Thanks for the great education, man.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 206, Nasdaq's up 64, S&Ps are up 10, down 10. Bottom line, it's been a heck of a ride back, folks. There's no doubt about that. S&Ps are down 52 this morning. Now, that being said, when we talk about the GDP, folks, these are some monster numbers. And just I'll give you a correlation of how this shakes out. So Jason and I were just talking about the aspect, okay, you get stimulus. We've had stimulus in here. Bottom line, I'm sure they'll get another stimulus bill done. That being said, doesn't look like it's going to be done this week. We'll see whether they can get anything done next week. So you had the GDP, folks, go down 32.9%. And as you're going, whether in all our main streets right across the country, when you're looking at Main Street, you can already start seeing the amount of places that have closed, that can't open up. But at this particular point, when I'm looking at, the St. Petersburg area, Clearwater area, the amount of places that have actually closed are not as many as actually I saw close coming from the 2007 to the 2009 area. My take is that that's going to be going forward. Now, this is a sick number, though. Listen to this. So, this, of course, is groundbreaking. They had to shut down the economy. So, okay, we're down 32.9%. Well, between the 2007-2009 recession, okay, the biggest quarter that we ever had in a pullback was 8.4%. 8.4. So, when you take that into consideration that we're at 32.9, and I don't see the next quarter coming in any better, that's the real bottom line. We are going to get a slew of places that they've been able to stay alive for the fact that at least there's some money that went into the marketplace. The sad part about that, of course, is that you put the money back into the business, you try to make it, and then you go down. My point more than anything is that this digging out of this hole is a much longer period of time. After the closeout here, we're gonna get the strongest stocks in the marketplace that are going to come out with their numbers. Now, that is no doubt going to tell us how they are doing. And that reaction in the market is going to tell us quite a bit, particularly because what we have out here is this. Picture this. That you had the NASDAQ down over 200 points. So the basis out here, no doubt, is that these equities are going to continue, meaning the NDX 100 equities, the strong ones, the 5, 6, 7 big, strong NDX 1 equities, are going to carry the NDX and are going to carry the S&P to higher price. Because you can see what ended up happening is that we were down so dramatically, buy the dip, came in today in a huge way. After the close out here today, when these numbers come out, we're going to see if, in fact, what the perceptions are, and do they sell these babies up or they push them down. So let's go through a few of them right now. We'll start with Amazon. Amazon out here, they are going to be looking in the top line. Amazon right now is up $47. They're going to be looking at the top line, $81.2 billion. And the bottom line, which they've already told people, their expense ratio they feel is going to be higher. So the bottom line is going to go from $5 a share last quarter to $1.51 a share this quarter. If we take a look at Amazon right now, technically how this baby's set up. Okay, so you're pushing with volume out here today. And we get a high volume high, man. Okay, so it's like, the way Amazon is trading out here, it looks to me like Amazon wants to go higher after the close. Okay, so that's your first one. And the Amazon folks will come out a split second after the close. That's how Amazon likes to come out with these numbers, as does Google. So Google right now is trading at up $12.59. You're trading $15.34. Google is going to be looking for $30 billion to its top line. And I see what they did there. They gave no guidance at all to the amount of money they're going to make. So that thing is blank right now. Google, okay, so Google, yeah, I mean, Google's going sideways out here today, but Google's saying to me that, yeah, it wants lower price. You don't have any high volume highs out here. A couple days that you're going down with volume, particularly, and this is really a subtle one. Now, these subtle ones seems to give you more information, and that was on Tuesday, folks. Tuesday, we went downtown with 1.7 million shares. We only got 1.1 of the way up. So Google's telling me it wants to get lower price. Facebook. We take a look at Facebook. Facebook is going to be, that's up $1.16 right now, $2.34. Facebook is going to be looking to take in $17.3 billion to the top line, $1.39 to the bottom line. And Facebook looks to me that it wants to get down into this. This is going to be really interesting, man. Facebook looks like it wants to go to 215, and right now you are trading out at 234. So that is one monster number. And then, of course, we got the king of earbuds, phones, all of the above, Apple. And guess what, man? Apple, same way. Apple looks to me game at 356, and right now you're at 383. So this is going to get really intriguing because out of those four, the only one that looks to me like wants to go up is Amazon. So we'll see how that shakes out coming after the close. What you will get, you're going to get Amazon, you're going to get Facebook, and you're going to get Google come out before the futures are closed. Apple always comes out at 4:30 in the afternoon. The dollar is getting a lot more steam on the way downtown, folks. So I would expect when we come into this weekend tomorrow that this gold contract still wants to move. Let's go over and take a look at silver. Silver now, man, this is like hard to even comprehend. Silver's moving like $1.50 a day, and $1.50 a day inside the silver market is like, I think it's $5,000 a point. Yeah, it's $5,000 a point. So, a 1.5 move every day is $7,500 move, no matter which way you're going. Now, that being said, inside the silver market right now, this looks to me like you're backing down today. Yeah, and you're backing down with light volume, man. Silver wants higher price, man. So this is going to be a wild Friday because what you have is this. Silver made highs at 254,000 contracts. You're backing down today with 148. That sets up a higher price. If you go and we take a look at you're going to see it inside the ETF structure also. We go take a look at the SLV. Yeah, big time. The SLV, bottom line, you hit a high yesterday with 83 million shares. Right now you get 76 million shares. So those ETFs structures, folks, inside any of those commodities, you got to remember something. As people buy the ETFs trustees got to go buy the commodity. It's that cut and dried. It's the chicken, it's the egg. It's great when they're going up, terrible when it's going back down. Dow Industrials right now down 220, Nasdaq's up 54, S&Ps are up 13.5, and King Dollar's down 443. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down at 225. Nasdaq is up 49. S&Ps are down 15. Let's go take a look at the XAU as well as the HUI because volume-wise, these are always behind. You don't get volumes in these until like 8 o'clock at night of the day of its trading, folks. So I always like to see how these babies shook out. Okay, I got to do this one again. XAU. There we go. Okay, so what we're looking for here. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is good. Okay, so the bottom line is that, the high that was established on Tuesday has volume up there, 62 million. Bottom line, we're pushing into that yesterday with 44. And so out here today, what we'll be hoping for tonight is that you get a contraction of volume. And that's how most of these have been setting up. In fact, if we go to the GDX and take a look at it, yeah, there's your contraction. Okay, so the GDX is down $1.43. You're going into 43.6 million. You've done 28 million. Now, what does happen with the GDX? You're going to get some volume coming into the close, but you're certainly seeing how you're backing down into where you broke topside, and you get dramatically lighter volume as you're doing that. If we go to the Gold Bugs Index, we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. What you're going to see out here is the same type of setup. Gold Bugs Index right now is down $10.90. And we made the high on Monday with 45 million. You pushed high into the highs yesterday with 33. And now what you've done is that you're coming into the breakout area, and we'll see just what the amount of volume is. But as I said, in fact, if you start looking at some of these equities, they are pulling back with lighter volume. You had Newmont come out with numbers this morning. They just barely beat. It's pulling back $2.23. Volume is light. You're coming back with 6 million versus 9 million. Anico Eagle also come out with numbers. Anico Eagle right now, that had a low of $70. Right now you're trading $75.59. And this one here, yeah, you get the launch happening in a big way. This one here is on its way up to this $88. And right now you're at 75. Kirkland also come out with numbers out here. This thing's been on fire. The low for the year in Kirkland Gold, Kirkland Lake Gold is $18. The high's 51. Right now you're at $50.74. These guys are no doubt printing some money up here. You take a look at this revenue, you're going to see they're taking in $500 million every 90 days right now. 581 million. They brought to the top line. They're looking to do 617 million next quarter. What is intriguing here, and this is where you want to dig into these, especially in their minds, folks, okay? You can see these numbers. This looks like the peak year right now until they can find more veins inside of their minds, because you can see that you get 2 quarters, and then you're dropping down over 100 million or 400 million for the year next year. And what that means is that what happens in the mining business is this. So picture this. You have all this, you got a big backyard. You got all this different dirt that's inside your backyard, right? So what the mining companies try to do is they want to manage the amount of dirt that they have, and they know where the best dirt is. And the best dirt, of course, folks, would be the rocks that have the most amount of mineral inside of that rock. And it's the same type of rock that they've been getting that mineral out of the rock. So that's what you're looking at when we were just looking at Kirkland Lake. Because what that is saying is that they have that set up. It looks like a 4 or 5 year setup that they did it. They accelerated it up. And then the real question there is that as they bring it down, meaning that they're going to get dirt that is not as good, that changes the dynamic. Now, that changes the dynamic when the price of the metal is steady. It changes the whole structure when you get gold at $1,970. Meaning that, okay, when those numbers were put together, gold is probably running out about $1,200, $1,300. So we'll see where that is going to go next year. But that's something that you also want to keep your head wrapped around. Because what we're going to see here, the numbers that come out inside this gold market right now, meaning the company's numbers, are not going to be taken into consideration. Let me see. July. Yeah. So right now, if we bring this back, you're going to see that gold was trading $1,750 June 27th. So that is going to be like almost the average price, or a little lower than that actually, for the quarter that we're talking about. If gold stays at these prices for that next quarter, you are going to see you'll see 2 different things. You're going to see the change. The companies will come out and they'll basically bring their guidance higher, because what would end up happening is that if you have gold $200 higher, which we do, than the last quarter, that's almost a material fact that a few of them will have to come out if, in fact, the numbers are going to be dramatically that different. So you get, and then on top of that, of course, silver is a byproduct of the gold market. And so when you're reading some of these numbers that come out, folks, they'll say that they basically did the equivalent of, let's say, 200,000 gold ounces. That equivalency has to do with the amount of gold that they have and that they've dug out, as well as the amount of silver and copper that they put together, and they say, okay, in the silver market, what we have here is that whether it's 100 ounces, I don't know the exact, it's probably around 80 ounces of silver is making 1 ounce of gold. That is how they report. And that's also important to understand, because what does end up happening is that the silver byproduct in some mines is pretty intense, and they'll say that they want to be gold miners. What you will see, if silver keeps flying like it's flying, you're going to see some of these gold miners turn around and say they're actually silver miners, because the ratio that the market gives them is different, and that did happen the last time we were on a run. There's only a few of them that actually did that, but gold gets more attention for investors when everything is normal. Silver gets much more attention from investors when, in fact, it is running like it's been running. And, we haven't got a huge amount of calls yet, but when silver is going there, guess what? And yes, as one of our tigers are saying here, Kodak will say next that they're going to be a silver miner. Because the Kodak story in general, folks, is pretty amazing. Kodak goes BK. Kodak says they get into cryptocurrency business, monster failure. Somehow they got into the pharmaceutical business, and all that is a Rolodex, folks. The bottom line is that 1 second the firm doesn't have any money. The next second, what you have here, and this is the course of 3 weeks. If you read there's a great article in the Wall Street Journal this morning about in 3 weeks how Kodak basically got $800 million loan from the government. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 250. NASDAQ is up 41. S&Ps are up 16.5. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right under featured content. My son Tommy started a newsletter 2 weeks ago this past Monday. Now, tomorrow is the last day that you can be a charter member, folks. Okay, the newsletter is Rocket Equities and Option Report. Bottom line, you just can hit the banner, you hit subscribe. Now, when you hit subscribe, you can turn around and the promo is Rocket. If you put Rocket in the promo code, bottom line is that you are going to be locked in as a charter member for $48.50. That is as good for as long as you are basically a member of the subscription. It's all with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So whether you got it 30 days, 60 days, 30 days, 6 months, or a year, bottom line, you get your money back. If you don't like it, you keep it. You can lock it in at $48.50. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. You're going to get a great newsletter locked in for a long period of time. Market-wise out here, folks, stay tuned because when we do this news at 4 o'clock, what you can expect is that I suspect we'll have Amazon and Google out when I'm doing the news. They come out very quickly. Facebook comes out quick, sometimes not within a minute or two. But this is going to be basically rocking the NDX 100. We'll see whether if a couple of them come out bad, a couple of them come out good, then that NDX is going to do anything. Not meaning just go back and forth. If you get them all good, NDX can go to the moon. Get them all bad, NDX can go to hell in a handbag. We'll see where this is going. That being said, the way these bonds are trading out here today, the way the dollar's trading out here today is telling me that the bottom line is that when all's said and done, right now the NQs are up 34, they're going to be down. Futures up 14, they're going to be down. Bonds are going higher. There's something going on in this bond market. This bond market wants to break topside. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit us tomorrow. Tommy kicks us off 8:30 in the morning.